Hey there, Zesty Boys, and welcome to the Zesty Podcast. My name is Tony Shire, and today I am joined by my good friend from college, and haven't really seen him since college because he's a piece of shit, Shane Bailey Walters.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing splendid now that you're here.
Yeah, I mean, usually that's how it works. So.
Do you go by Shark Pool Gaming or Shane of the Year now, or just Shane?
Just Shane when I'm on the streets, but my friends on the internet call me Shane of the Year.
Shane of the Year.
But then there's the throwback, like if they say like Shark Pool, like, oh, Shark Pool Gaming, I'm like, ah.
Oh, yeah. We'll be sure to link to your YouTube channel so we can watch some sweet video essays.
Make some video game stuff where I just try to put my opinion out as fact, because, you know.
Speaking of opinions, what is your favorite video game?
Favorite video, like, of all time?
Of all time.
Okay,
Let's start with that.
I've got like a group of like 5.
All right.
That like I consistently say are like my favorite. I never can put like one or the other. Like honestly, it goes like Witcher 3
as number one.
Well, in no particular order.
Particular
These are like
order.
It's like a group. So Witcher 3, Fallout New Vegas, Bully.
Oh, I've never played Bully. I've seen like
Bully.
a lot of weird gameplay.
I was thinking about Bully today. I'm thinking videos. So Bully, Zelda Wind Waker.
I thought you were gonna say Breath of the Wild.
Well, I beat Breath of the Wild last year.
Really?
Yes. Very good. Don't know if I still like it more than Wind Waker.
Really?
Yeah.
So you'd go back and play Wind Waker. You won't go back and play Breath of the Wild.
Oh man, I don't know. So like, I would like to go back and play Breath of the Wild, but like Breath of the Wild is so fucking big.
Yeah,
it's just such a big
saw a
game.
map comparison of like Skyrim versus like Breath of the Wild,
Dude.
and like Skyrim looks like a penny compared to like a dollar bill.
So
for a weird money comparison.
The thing about Breath of the Wild, which makes it so fun to play, like as compared to Skyrim, because like whatever, Skyrim is super like not linear in the way of like the world, but like how you move around is linear. You're like walking or running or riding a fucking horse. I never did that shit.
Yeah,
I fucking ran everywhere.
Yeah.
But Breath of the Wild,
I can't think of when I was on a horse.
Yeah, like Breath of the Wild, you literally just like climb anything.
Really?
Just like climb
See,
any surface.
I hated that on Skyrim, where it's like it looks like you can climb many things, but then you get up to like the top of mountains, like this is the highest you can go unless you turn around and go around this trail.
Like with like Skyrim, it's like you can jump up a mountain.
Exactly.
Like you can like jank your way up something, but like Breath of the Wild is like you can literally climb anything. So that's what makes it really fun to play. So
yeah.
I don't know, but
so
then,
what was your number 5?
So yeah,
is it a Pokemon game?
Witcher 3. So this is the one that I go back and forth on because like I love Mega Man Legends. It's an OG game, but I have to give Pokemon like Silver,
but like the Game Boy Color game.
Yes, and Soul Silver, like the DS remake. Because dude.
Oh, is that a remake of that game?
Dude. It's yes.
Okay.
So like. Remake and remaster are 2 different terms, right?
Yeah.
It's like remake is where they just completely make the game again. And then remasters like they just like
they hype
fix
it up.
some things.
That's like with music, a remastered track is just like a new audio guy went in and was like, yeah, this would sound better if the drum was a little louder.
Like, oh boy, can't wait
that.
to listen to your 2007 remaster edition of Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I never really knew what that meant until recently, like until one of my friends was just talking about mastering music, and I was like, he was like, oh yeah, and then like remaster. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Whatever. It's sometimes remasters are super good because like usually there's like this big deal in video games about like preservation, because you can keep a book and you can keep like all these other things, but there's video games. It's like sometimes they're only offered online through a digital store that eventually gets shut down.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that game downloaded to your system, that game is no longer accessible.
So even if you have it like on like kind of like a cloudy kind of like Steam thing, so I guess it's like if Steam were to shut down, everyone would lose these games.
It's like, what? God. But so here's the thing. The best example of that is PT. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
So PT was a demo made by Konami and Hideo Kojima, the guy who made Metal Gear Solid, right?
Okay.
So he was working on a horror game. It turned out to be a Silent Hill game. So
like the actual Silent Hill or similar to Silent Hill?
It was actually going to be a Silent Hill game, and the PT was a demo that they released for free on PlayStation. So like you could download it, and it was like a phenomenon. Like people downloaded it, and the whole game was you started off at the end of a hallway, you walked to the end of the hallway, went down some steps, entered a door, and when you entered that door, you restarted at the beginning of that hallway. And every time you did a pass, something different would happen.
Really?
It was crazy. It was
That's
so scary.
That's
though.
a weird, like, surreal, especially like,
Dude.
like what PlayStation was that? Like PS2 or something?
That was PS4.
That was PS4.
Yeah, that was PS4.
Oh,
so
shit.
Here's the thing about the preservation.
Wait, when did
though.
Silent Hill come out?
Exactly. So there's a huge backstory right there that like it will take days to.
We gotta
explain.
go deeper.
Oh, we gotta go deeper.
It's Silent Hill all the way down.
But so the PT releases, right? It's super awesome. But then Hideo Kojima and Konami like split. Like Hideo Kojima is like maker of Metal Gear Solid. Konami company. They do a lot of gambling pachinko machines now because
dude, pachinko looks fun.
I'm just like, God, like I have a pachinko machine on my phone. It's called Pokemon Go. So
I mean, basically.
Fine. But so when that split happened, they canceled Silent Hills and pulled PT from the PS4 store.
Really?
So if you didn't have it downloaded on your console, you can't even get it anymore. This like phenomenon of
So it's just kind of like, will people like sell consoles that have that downloaded for like a lot of money and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's
so like
awesome.
It's like if you go on eBay, I'm sure that you can find somebody selling a PS4 with PT downloaded on it.
That's crazy.
So it's crazy. I don't know. So I don't know. But that's
really
what
weird.
mostly like my channel is. I'm just freaking
ranting about video games.
Yeah, basically talking mostly about Pokemon and Final Fantasy because I have no other interest because I'm basic as fuck.
With me and Pokemon, like I never really like I played it a lot, but I never really got that into it.
Okay, so revision. I'm here to lay down some fucking knowledge on your previous guests.
Oh.
The most recent episode that I listened to, they started talking about the main character from Pokemon Emerald.
Oh, okay.
Called him Quincy. Who the fuck? Quincy? What? And then
that's what I'm saying.
And then Mitchell said Seth, and I was like, maybe Seth was one of those options because, like, you make a character, they give you like.
Mine was Gunt.
So. Yeah, you were like, dude, Gunt's so cool. I'm like, I mean,
was cool.
Gunther, I guess.
Nope,
I don't
just
fucking
Gunt.
know. But I don't know where Quincy came from. Maybe he was playing some fucking weird Russian version.
It
of that
was
shit.
like the weird Belarusian Pokemon. It's just a brick.
But his name is Brendan. It's
Brendan.
Brendan.
Well, I can see how you would think Quincy from Brendan.
Yeah, it's just.
I think there might be a similar letter in there.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's fucking Brendan because if you play as the female character, they get their
Brenda.
names. It's May is her name.
Why wouldn't it just be Brenda?
It's one of those.
How come there's only 2 genders in Pokemon games? Do the new ones have a other option, or is
slider? It's just like it's a spectrum.
Did you ever see the South Park, the Stick of Truth game? Like when you select difficulty, it's a slider, and the more you put it to difficult, it makes your character like darker and darker skin. I don't know if it actually affects the game.
Okay, I actually do remember that. I played. Yeah, Stick of Truth was the first one, right? Because
yeah, I think so.
I rented that from like Redbox or something. I like played for like 5 hours.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's fun. Like
yeah.
I got like 5 hours into it, and I was like, okay, this is what this game is. I was like, I get it. This is funny. I don't really care though. So I don't know. It's
no sustenance really.
Yeah, I was just it's fine, but I'm not like a huge South Park guy anyways.
Okay.
So like I like watching it. Like it's entertaining, but like some of the references just like
you don't keep up with
head.
the lore.
Exactly. There's some fucking
yeah, I'm sure that thing's probably like chocolate. That's like if I had back on Game Boy Advance, it was a Simpsons like kind of GTA ripoff.
Oh, like Hit and Run?
It was Simpsons Hit and Run. I did love that game, but I didn't I watched Simpsons all the time, but there were so many Simpsons episodes like I didn't understand a lot of the references or even know who some of the people were.
Yeah, like
but it was still fun.
I feel like The Simpsons was one of those ones where like I would like to go back and rewatch all of it.
It's impossible.
God,
they're still making them.
Many seasons. I'm like, oh my god.
Like
dude.
any joke you can imagine, The Simpsons have already done it.
Yeah, it's like why that's because Family Guy used to make that joke all the time, like, oh, The Simpsons already did it. Like at least they're self-aware about it. But the Simpsons and what was it? It was like I watched like 2 or 3 seasons back in like 2010 maybe, like when I was in high school, and I just don't remember any of that anymore. But the best thing that I remember from that South Park game was you go into the movie theater and it's playing the Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
He's about to find out that being a stapler isn't as easy as it looks. Rob Schneider is the stapler.
One of my friends does he's like a EMT, but he does like those drip IVs. You can just order like a van to come to you and give you an IV if you're hungover, and it just like cures your hangover like instantly.
What?
Yeah, it's like a new thing.
Is this in Statesboro?
No, this is in Atlanta.
Oh my
but
God.
He gave a drip to Rob Schneider. Kind of interesting.
Oh my God! This is like I was in the Army now. How was that? Honestly, I watched that movie In the Army Now after I got back from
after
training.
you got back from Army training.
Because I was like, oh boy,
I'll get all these references.
I just love me some Army references.
For those who don't know, Shane is the troops.
I am the singular troops.
What is your official position called or rank?
Bodyguard for the Dawn.
Oh, so you're kind of like Secret Service.
I am a engineer. That is
engine. That's just what you are.
Well, it's like I'm like a 12 series. I'm 12 November, but that's just like
okay. Yeah, that means
stupid.
equally as little to me.
Like that's what like my drill sergeants used to say. They're just like, who fucking cares about a bunch of letters and numbers, you dumbass?
You
Like,
dumb.
like we go around the room, they'd be like, what's your MOS? And they'd be like, fucking 11 Bravo or some shit. They're like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what does that mean? Of course, 11 Bravo, infantry. So,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
So do you still have drill sergeants, or is that just a thing in basic?
Thank God I don't.
Okay.
That is literally just a TRADOC thing. So TRADOC is like you're in the training system of the Army.
Okay.
So while you're in TRADOC, you follow a ton of rules and like guidelines to
They
like,
break you down and build you back up.
yeah, fucking whatever. It's basically just there to keep the drill sergeants from killing you.
Oh.
It's really for your protection more than anything else.
God. You think you could ever be a drill sergeant?
Oh, dude, I would fucking love to be a drill sergeant.
You should try.
Like, after going through it all, and I'm just like, dude, I could yell at some people for like 6 weeks.
Did any of them ever like break and like crack a smile or like start laughing while yelling at you?
Absolutely. It was really funny. Towards the end of basic training, you get to do impersonations. Like you get like a free pass. You can make fun of any drill sergeant when you're there. And
so it's like a talent show or something.
Dude, it was great. It was like the most fun out of basic training. Like,
well, I imagine that's not a high bar to reach.
It's really not. So you get all in a circle. This was like we were practicing like graduation or something. So like we get in a circle and they're like, okay, fucking trainees, you guys get 30 minutes. Well, whatever. And like,
is that what you did?
Yeah. So like one or two people would get up because I didn't know this was happening. So people like were making skits and like acting them out. And it was really funny because like we haven't laughed in fucking 3 weeks. It's all happiness is banned from the American.
It's basically
military.
like being a Quaker.
Yeah, basically.
More guns though.
So way more guns. So I like. Throughout the entirety of like basic training, like I had to keep myself from like losing my mind, so I would like make fun of things.
Yeah.
And I specifically made fun of one drill sergeant in particular, and I had gotten really good at it.
Really?
And he wasn't there at the circle of that day, so I do it, and like it's spot on because I'd been making fun of him for 6 weeks. So everyone like loses their minds because it's hilarious because no one makes jokes. So whatever,
anything's funny.
Yeah, anything is funny. Later that night, he shows up to our like bay and was like, "Oh, so I hear we got a comedian in here."
Oh, man.
I was like, "Oh my God, please don't!" And then like he was like, "Who did it?" And everyone pointed at me. Everyone. I was like, "You guys
snitches."
What the fuck? I was so mad. So like he was like, "Come on up here. I want you to do it for me." And I was like,
oh, that's not in the safety of being allowed to do it.
So I did it, albeit very timidly.
I would imagine.
My confidence went from like there to there. So I did it. He stood there for like a full minute, not saying anything, like making me just awkwardly stand. He was like, "That wasn't funny at all, motherfucker." He was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I'm glad I wasn't there. That was
wasn't
terrible."
funny at all.
But the funny thing is all of his battle buddy drill sergeants were like, they were like fucking cackling. It was really good. So that was so much fun.
Sorry. Back to the like the 5 video games. You know how you say you had like a group and stuff. That's kind of how I feel about like. Well, for those who are listening, Shane is also a budding young filmmaker.
I am,
as myself.
We
like
have the same degree.
Ooh. Equally as useless.
Equally.
It's practically a napkin.
No. God, why do we have to hit him with the harsh reality right here?
Well, this is like a fax.
Your dreams are dead.
Yep. Any filmmaker who is listening to this, start doing taxes or something. You'll make more money.
Please get a different degree. I beg of you.
But
if Dean Cummings is listening to this, I'm sorry I failed you.
Sorry, Dean. But whenever people ask me what my favorite movie is, I always kind of have to be like, well, it depends what kind of movie you're talking
understandable.
about.
Yeah, exactly.
I usually just say Lord of the Rings, and they say which one, and I say
Yeah.
because they're all good.
So when I talk films, it's really funny because I've played video games like my whole life. Like very generally speaking, like I've been playing games for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm about to turn 27, I don't want to fucking blow my brains
Jesus,
out.
27.
I know, right? Let's not talk about that. So
I think we should talk about it.
So my birthday is actually this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day?
The 25th.
25th.
Yeah.
That is in
Like
4 days.
4 days.
Wow.
I know. So
27.
I'm not doing okay.
Not doing okay.
I'm not doing all
So you're
right.
turning 28.
Basically, no, I'm turning 30. Is what
Oh, you're
this
turning
is.
30. Okay.
So I'm turning 27, but it feels like 30.
Oh, okay.
Because,
It
like,
basically is.
Because when you're like 26, you know, like the jump from
I
6
don't.
to 7, you know, from experience, right?
Yeah,
You know,
back when
whatever.
I was 26. I
So
remember.
the jump from 6 to 7 is vast.
Vast. Are your hangovers much worse now?
Ocean. Oh, dude, yes.
Really?
God.
That's one thing Jared, who was on the last episode, was telling me. He's like, yeah, my
How old is he?
hangovers now. He's like 28, actually.
Okay.
So he's
knows.
right up there with you.
He knows.
But yeah, he's like, it used to be hangovers were just kind of hangovers, but
Yeah.
now it's like a whole day affair.
Oh, dude, yes. Like, I went to Savannah for Thanksgiving last year to visit my brother. Him and his family live down there. I went with my sister and her fiance.
Did you go with your fiance?
No.
Oh.
I went stag.
Oh, a
if you know.
stag family things.
You know what I'm saying? So I went stag, so rules were off the table.
Oh, no rules allowed.
I was a renegade, playing by my own rules.
Playing by our own rules
Exactly.
on the family Thanksgiving.
So, and what that translated to was me drinking like 3 Call Cab daiquiris from Wet Willie's. That is just like nothing but like
and like
grain alcohol.
One call a cab daiquiri from Wet Willie's is generally enough to make you call a cab instead of driving
I
home.
had 3 of them, plus like however many beers.
Why were you doing Thanksgiving at Wet Willie's?
Listen, my family is very dysfunctional.
Okay.
It's one of those, let's see, what's a good comparison? Like, think of like Naruto.
Never seen Naruto.
And how everyone in his family is dead.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for the spoilers.
Sorry, man. Jesus.
I was about to watch.
Iruka Sensei or whatever. I don't know much about Naruto, but you know, this is
why'd you use this as an
base
analogy?
knowledge. I was thinking
It's
One
like
Piece,
calculus,
but
really. You know how there's numbers?
Anyway, so yeah, I got really hammered, and the hangover is deep. It was
Deep.
terrible. Like, I chugged water from like 2 a.m. to like 5 a.m. I didn't sleep because I was still hammered, like chilling in my like niece's room. She's like 6 months old. Just her drunk uncle's just like,
Hey, honey.
just
Can I
chugging
borrow that
water. Like I'm just
Why
gonna
were you sharing a room with her?
just like I'm gonna sleep right here. Just don't worry about it. So I slept in the playroom.
Okay.
But then I was just like, this is lame. So I
This is
started, like,
lame,
because I was
man.
like, man, I'm gonna play and I'm just fucking trying to sleep in. I was
ain't the
drunk,
playroom.
so. Yeah. My niece is cool now. She's walking now.
Oh.
Pretty weird seeing them turn into humans.
Seeing small humans.
Yeah, dude, it's really weird because my brother has 2 kids now.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm 26.
It's
God,
27.
almost messing that up. But yeah, it's like, you know, when he was my age, I think that's when he had his youngest or
Oh.
oldest.
So how's your wife doing?
How's my wife? Oh,
Yes.
the wife and kids are great.
The wife and kids.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've,
that degree related, or that job related to your degree.
Yeah, that's that job, that career.
The American dream.
Yeah, the
really.
career, the white picket fence, the AKA the working for free.
The crippling depression. The joining the army.
I laughed so hard at that because I was very
Only to keep from weeping.
God, it's so true. Yes, the crippling depression is great. And
has it at least like fueled your creativity at all?
you know, honestly, it's really funny because
Is it?
no. So it's like I when I get like down, right? When you're down in the dumps,
When you're down in the dumps.
when you're down on your luck, this
Mhm.
isn't like a fucking boxer movie. I'm not about to just
Kind of sounds like the intro to the YMCA. Young men.
when you're down on your luck, you're in the dumps and nothing seems to be going your way. all of your creative ambitions are destroyed as well.
Okay. That was my
So,
weird like trumpet with
It's really funny though,
thing
because
on
if you look at my YouTube postings,
Mhm.
you can see very clear gaps
in time. Yeah.
in video. And I can almost 100% guarantee you I was depressed.
Well, yeah, that or you were in the army. That kind of put a damper on
Or that.
Shane of the Year for a while.
Yeah, that
Did
was Shark Pool Gaming.
Oh yeah, you transitioned.
I
The
did.
army changed you. You're like, I am not Shark Man. I am
Not
Shane
Shark
Walters.
Man. Exactly. So I made that
12
transition.
November.
God.
You should turn into a gun YouTube channel.
I should turn into an MRE review channel.
I get those in my suggestions. I've never watched one.
They're terrible.
You've watched them?
Oh God, it's just like I know what they taste like.
Yeah, they're just
and you're
shit.
making this up.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Townsend's and Son?
No.
It's like this guy who he dresses like a 17th century like British soldier, an American soldier, and just cooks like soldier food from back then.
No way.
It's actually really
That's actually
interesting.
really
Yeah, and the guy
badass.
like keeps like full garb all the time. Like he has like close to 1 million subscribers now.
Good.
Like, yeah, it's really interesting.
Good.
Would recommend.
See, I deserve my sub 300, which you got the other day.
313.
313. That's what happens when you get.
When you make videos.
God damn it! What is his fucking name? The ultimate frisbee champion.
Oh, Paul Macbeth.
Paul Macbeth!
He's not an ultimate frisbee champion.
Damn it,
He's
ultimate-
actually a 5-time world disc golf champion now. He just recently won his 5th world championship.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. There's only been one prolific commenter in my videos
Mm-hmm.
because I am very active on the Twitters.
Oh yes.
So I am very much tweeting at people
yeah.
all the time. And eventually I got an editor for the website called GameSpot
Oh
to
really?
comment on one of my videos.
Wow.
That's right. I was like,
That's pretty cool.
hire me.
So what
Please.
I'm gonna do when I blow up, I'm gonna swallow your channel,
Okay.
and you're gonna be ZestyBoyz Shane. It's gonna be like a FaZe Clan kind of thing. And you're gonna be part of my conglomerate.
Can we be like what are the English guys? Fucking Mogscast? No.
You're
I'm
blowing
it right
You're
now.
blowing
God, I've got the big time channel
I
now.
know,
300
exactly.
subs. My first guest. Well, actually, this is my first guest appearance on this channel.
It is the first. No, you're not your first. You
Yeah.
did a food review.
I did do a food review.
Was that the naked chicken chalupa?
That was when they got our order wrong at
It
Taco
was,
Bell,
yeah.
and you complained and got fucking like a $20. Like, what did you get? Like,
We got a lot of food.
a lot of free food.
Yeah, it
I was
was
like,
nice.
oh my God. But yeah, it was like some chalupa.
Yeah, I think it was the naked chicken chalupa.
And we had zero lighting. We had
no
car
lighting.
roof light.
Like you can like hear the noise in the video basically.
We kind of look like serial killers.
Yeah,
like we
do.
just got done
It
robbing
looks like
a
it's
bank.
the last image of Shane Walters before he was murdered.
Just like, where did we last see him at? Some
But
channel.
the real question is, how was the naked chicken chalupa?
we have answers to these questions.
Well,
Please subscribe.
please subscribe.
So are we going back to food reviews ever?
I mean, I did
For
a
the
chocolate
zest?
milk review on the
What?
podcast. If you
Oh,
were a loyal
shit.
friend, you would
Damn
have
it.
seen that.
I thought I covered my bases. So
No.
I pretty much handled this podcast like I handle many things in my life. Where
Put it off to the last
I
minute.
ignore it until I absolutely cannot.
This is actually the second time Shane was invited to be on the podcast.
is.
Because like episode I think it was
3.
Oscar Worthy 2 or Oscar Worthy 1.
Yeah.
Shane was invited. It was like,
was.
yeah, I'll be there,
Yeah,
man.
dude.
Pew pew.
and I was
then,
like, I was in Atlanta. I'm not driving.
I hung out with my real friends. I'm not gonna come.
Real friends, aka my lady. So
lady
yeah.
in East Atlanta.
East EAV
EATLV baddie.
represent. You know. What
How do you
I'm
feel
saying?
about Atlanta United?
Oh, I love them.
Dude, I was never a big soccer
love
fan
'em.
until
We
through-
started winning.
Yeah, well, no, through my lady, her
Oh.
like through her family, I got it was literally on the field Delta Club tickets.
Oh right,
to
yeah,
go
you
to
were
the
like,
Atlanta
yeah, I
United
saw
game.
Joseph Martinez. It's
Yeah, we got to
fine."
like see him and like high five him as they walked in.
I'm
That was
so
my
jealous.
first ever soccer game, like being to like in person. That wasn't like my little brother playing.
Yeah.
and like we were on the field, like private bathrooms, air conditioning, and
So
it was
fucking
like, wow,
lame.
soccer's all right. And then like 3 days later, I went for my friend Nick's birthday. We went into another game, and it was the cheapest possible seats, the highest row you could possibly.
You saw me.
Yeah, we
you
saw
were in my domain.
exactly.
With the
And I
cheap
was like,
seats.
ugh, I can't smell them. This is terrible. But soccer's actually pretty
Yes.
interesting now. I'm pretty into
yeah.
it.
It's freaking sweet.
And Atlanta United's good.
Yeah, we are. It's
Isn't it 2-time
pretty sweet.
champions or some shit like that?
One-time champion.
What did they just win?
We won the Champions Cup.
Oh, the Campeanos?
Which is, I
Campagno?
can't like pronounce it, so I'm just like
Something like that.
Champions Cup or something. I don't fucking know. So we won the MLS Cup last year, right?
Yes.
And then that translates into entering us into this. So it's the champion of the MLS and the champion of Liga MX, which is Mexico's professional soccer
and
league.
we beat Mexico's?
Yeah, we
Wow.
beat Mexico's champions.
That's crazy.
That's what's so sweet about it. It's just like,
But is Mexico like good? Or,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
but isn't who does Messi play for?
Messi
Colombia,
plays for Barcelona.
and they're really good.
Spain.
I want to know how good Atlanta United would be in like the Premier League or like that British league,
Yeah,
like those leagues.
Yeah, Premier League is the British league.
But just like any of those like European leagues, I
Yeah.
feel like they are like a step above MLS.
Oh, absolutely, dude. So the thing
For the-
about the
like-
MLS, like we're gonna get on a little MLS talk right here,
All
real
right.
quick. Just MLS handicaps themselves
Okay.
because they have a salary cap.
They require wheelchairs.
Yeah, they require you to only have 3 designated players. And
Oh.
what qualifies a person as a designated player is if they make over, I probably am going to get this wrong, but
We
it's
expect you
if
to.
they make over
No
$500,000.
No facts on this channel have ever
No
been correct.
facts have ever been correct. It's fine. You got to get your next guest will come in
Exactly,
like I dunked
How
on.
the fuck
They're
did
like,
he say
"What the
$500,000?
So yeah, like they'll like I came on and I was just like, oh wow, fucking talking shit about Pokemon Emerald. I will dunk on anyone, but the next
we'll get a
person can
soccer
be
guy to come on here.
like, how fucking
I
dare
invited
he?
Joseph Martinez. We'll see if he shows up or not.
He's just fucking.
He's probably a designated
yeah,
player.
no, he absolutely is. He makes like $1 million, I think.
Really?
Yeah, Joseph Martinez.
That's not that much for a pro.
No, it's not, and that's the thing because Arthur Blank will give any amounts of money to keep winning because the Falcons can't win shit.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh boy, we're winning stuff.
Yeah, I feel like, well, this is kind of, it's related. When Atlanta United was like created, I feel like the reason their colors were crimson and black were because the Falcons were already that,
Yes.
and it made the stadium a lot easier.
Yes, absolutely, because they all play in the same field.
Yeah.
So
Mercedes-Benz, it's like, I didn't like going to the dome, the
Dude.
Georgia Dome, because it was just like, felt so cramped and crowded. Mercedes-Benz Stadium feels like you're in a mall, and there's also
Dude.
just a pro soccer game
It's
going
so
on.
good.
It is so nice.
Like the first time I walked in there, I was like, "Can I live here?" Like,
yeah, it is
like,
sweet.
Like what's going
Air
on?
conditioned,
And, like the top like opens up, and it's just
the
so
halo
funny.
around.
Yeah,
like-
it's funny because like Atlanta United, like we're the champions, and the Falcons used to be Atlanta's team, right?
Mhm.
Because like we were really good for like a while. Like
Were we?
we're respectable, I guess you
Respectable.
can say.
like the Browns now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's really funny because driving through Atlanta, in the neighborhoods,
Mhm.
people fly flags all the fucking time. You know, it used to be all Falcons flags.
I've seen a
and,
ton
like,
of Atlanta United
Braves flags. Yeah, I've seen one Falcons flag
Really?
in like the last 5 months.
It's crazy.
It's all.
I wonder if
Atlanta
it's
United.
because Atlanta United's winning or if people just really like soccer and it just took a while. I think it's because they're winning.
I think it's
and then
because they're
that's
winning.
why they got into soccer. Like
Yes.
when they hit a cold streak, if they ever do, I'm sure it will die down
Well,
a little bit.
The beginning of this season was a cold streak.
Was
we
it?
went 1, 2, and 3. I think like we lost 2 and tied 3 and only won once.
Really?
So we went on a big cold at the beginning of the season because we had a new head coach. We lost our number 10 player, Miguel Almiron.
No, where's he now?
He's in the Premier League.
Oh, so he's probably
Yeah.
making real money.
He's making real money, exactly. So we were giving him like a decent amount, but like
That's
he
why
making that
do
bank
they make it so you can only make like 500,000 unless you're a designated player?
dude, I don't freaking know because they want to keep. I assume.
Like less business, more the spirit of the game, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like it's a very American thought. I feel like because like NFL like doesn't have a salary cap, but like you've only got this much money to spend, or like
Mhm.
NBA. I don't fucking know, but like
I don't know. Well, there was like a guy I think in the NBA who just got like an $85 million contract
dude.
for like
Yeah.
4 years or something.
what is it? I know that. Well, I used to think the NBA was like pretty structured, but like the
Yeah.
fucking place is no man's land. They don't
Really?
give a fuck anymore. There's like you can make whatever
As
and you
long
can
as
get,
basketball comes on every Tuesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
and Friday, I don't care what
they don't
happens.
give a fuck. So they
Make your own rules. I don't care.
NBA is a lawless land. I'm fucking convinced. It's run by LeBron James. That's it.
Oh, he makes money.
He does. But
LeBron James.
But I feel like everywhere else in the world, like soccer, like you can just pay whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they're cool with it. Like the biggest spenders.
They use
win.
like pretend money, like euros.
They're just like, ooh,
take my
let me
Monopoly
give you some
money.
pounds.
Ooh.
You know, fucking give me some rupees.
Here's 50 quid. Who knows what that means?
What the fuck?
We're alienating an entire
Where's my
continent.
quarters? You're fucking.
My whole fan base was European.
Yeah, no, you just got like 50 subscribers from Turkey, and they're just like, what the fuck? I love my rupees.
Is
I
it,
play
is it
Zelda all the
rupees in
time.
Turkey?
I think so. I don't know. Fucking fact check me, man.
Yeah, next person is going to be a historian.
Dude, better fucking come on. Better bring that heat.
Bring the heat. Put Shark Pool Gaming in his place.
Shark Pool Gaming just really take me down a notch.
Is that why you got the shark, or did the Shark Pool Gaming come after the shark tattoo you have on your arm?
Shark? Oh, actually, that may have been the same time.
Oh.
May have been going through a phase. You know what I'm
Parallel
saying?
thinking.
Yeah, so it was, I was actually on my way to get a different tattoo.
And he just botched it, so you're like, just fill those lines
And I was just
put
like,
a shark.
when I got to the shop, I was thinking the whole time, I was like, I don't really want that. I was like, that's about to be on my skin forever. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I really like bands. I was thinking about bands for like a week.
Mm-hmm.
It had been building, you know what I'm saying? Like a little
A week.
a little seed.
I'm thinking about this tattoo for like a week now.
So, you know, you plant the seeds in your
Oh,
garden
yes.
and you just fucking
and you water them. Make
with-
sure there's sunlight. Not too much. You don't want to like
Passive
dry the
thoughts.
leaves out.
You know, I like to think that my passive thoughts are very intrusive
They're-
because they
I thought you were gonna say intriguing, and I was
No,
like, I was about to say, I guarantee you they're not.
no, my passive thoughts are very terrible and
Yeah.
make me do awful things, but it's because it
Alright.
chips away at my sanity. And then eventually, like, my passive thoughts finally take over. And
They are
then
the new thought.
I do things like join the military.
How long were you thinking about that before joining? Like,
The military?
a week?
Oh, dude, like a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. This is a pretty small commitment. I'll do
I'm
it.
not like spontaneous, but like it's like
Only with major life decisions
Yeah,
like tattoos and the military.
the spontaneity, if that's the correct
think it
terminology. Yeah, I have a fucking college degree. What about it?
Spontaneity. It's film production. I don't even know how to do
So,
that.
Dude, don't worry about it. So you see this ring, really off topic. Real
Yeah, I was
quick.
about to say, is that your class ring?
It's a Georgia Southern class ring.
May I have it?
But you know what's funny about it?
I'll take that as a yes.
It says BA on it.
It's a BS.
We don't have a fucking BA.
No, we have a
It's
BS.
You know who I asked about that? Dean Cummings. I'm gonna call him out right now.
And he said it.
He said BA. That motherfucker. I was like, you kidding me?
No,
I
it's
hope
a
he listens
Bachelor
to
of
this
Science.
podcast, little bastard.
I heard it's because
Cleveland Browns
it's
suck.
like apply. They're getting better. Scotland sucks.
I just wanted to dunk on him. Yeah. God, I hope our old professors listen to this.
Golf,
This is so great.
Scotland, and the Cleveland Browns, all terrible.
Maybe Hasaguchi's listening to this too, so you can be mad too.
I wouldn't be as surprised if Matt was listening to this. Have you seen
Yeah.
Matt's Instagram page?
I have.
It's fantastic.
No, it really is.
Our professor from college posted something the other day that said Tool's album is now on Spotify and is best enjoyed with a 4 Loco Gold. And that's who gave me my degree.
God, what a fucking shit show Georgia Southern is. This is I had an idea for a video for your channel because that's what
you do. You
That's
supply me with.
that's what people do with
Zesty Shane.
with channels is you don't want to make ideas for your own channel, you want to make ideas for other people's
Exactly.
channels.
I'm gonna brand you with an orange.
We need to my fucking that avatar I have, I just have like I'm biting into an orange with the fucking the dad
instead of the Shane picture, it's gonna be the Zesty
An
Boyz
orange.
head on your head.
on that body. So make a Georgia Southern like one of those fucking videos, like your
Yes,
your
one of
videos.
those.
I
One of
don't know
mine.
how to describe your videos anymore. It's like sketch
Bad.
comedy. I don't fucking
Sketch
know.
comedy, yeah,
Sketch-
that's kind of what it's leaning towards.
you're like-
Podcast and sketch
You're
comedy.
doing that, so like sketch comedy about Georgia Southern because I feel like there's enough
We
fucking
can just do a documentary. It's
Just-
essentially sketch comedy.
just do a mockumentary about like fucking being a film major. Day
Yeah.
336 of not having a fucking job.
I've almost learned how to edit.
I'm in my fucking senior year, second semester, and I'm just now touching the editing lab. It's like, wow. Sorry, there's a lot of like
a lot of
animosity.
pent up rage.
There's a lot of like shit talking going on right now about Georgia Southern, but like
Yes.
I love Georgia Southern.
I
for
liked
sure.
going to Georgia Southern,
Yeah,
but
like going to Georgia Southern was a lot of fun.
was
and
a lot of
and
fun.
I miss all my friends.
I miss all my friends.
But Tony lives in fucking rural Georgia.
hey, man,
and
you
I'm
live
just
like 30 minutes away.
I'm like, dude, I gotta go away from 75.
You have to drive towards the cows. I'm
What
sure you
the
passed
fuck?
some cows coming here.
Well, I went through
Gainesville.
Some fucking no, Roswell.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to Roswell.
Roswell.
We were just up there in the North Georgia area.
Oh yes. What were
like-
you doing in Roswell?
Just fucking driving.
Did you go to a ghost tour?
I was listening to the ZestyBoyz podcast.
Excellent.
actually.
Yeah,
A
just
perfect way to pass the time.
procrastinating. Just it's like studying, but right before a test.
So yeah,
Like,
no,
let's brush over
absolutely.
this.
It was one of those things where I listened to the first episode like halfway through, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And like I make my comments to be supportive.
Exactly.
but,
That's
you
all I
know,
need. Fake fans.
Fake fans,
So
exactly.
the illusion of fans is what I want.
Yes. So, listen to the podcast. Get here, stumble around my words for about an hour, and then
Yep.
call it quits, and clock out.
That was the plan.
A nice cold
I mean,
one.
it's basically been happening.
Yeah, it has been. So
I've been stumbling
it's
over
cool.
your own words.
I did have some topics.
All right, let's fire them off.
Let's fucking.
Did you
let's
forget them
do
all?
it. No, dude. So check this out.
All
So
right.
I brought a little show
While
and
I
tell.
show and tell.
Yeah, I did. So
I like your. Oh Jesus.
So
What is that? It's your
I don't know.
pager.
That looks like a pager for sure, but this is actually a fucking Tamagotchi.
I was about to say, is that a Tamagotchi? But is that like an ancient Tamagotchi?
It's a Digimon Tamagotchi.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I just wanted to talk about how you feel about companies taking your childhood and selling them back to you.
How is that like new?
Dude, that's brand new. I bought this from
Really? Let me
GameStop.
see this.
Like,
How are you in a GameStop?
I know, right? I hate myself. That's why I like going to GameStop. I like being
Oh,
berated.
everything's
for
dead.
my
I just killed
choices.
everything. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, that's another thing. My Digimon's already dead. I already killed him, so
Well, all right.
I
You
left
caught me in
him-
my lie.
I left him in my bag for a day,
And he's dead
and
already.
he shit all over himself and just died in his feces.
Yeah, I like how it's a Christian grave. Also, it's a cross.
It's a cross. I don't
The,
understand.
the Christianity is alive and well in the Digimon
Yeah,
universe.
so the Judeo values are very strong. So yeah, my Digimon is dead. I had an Airdramon.
Airdramon.
Yeah, he went from a Betamon to an Airdramon. So,
You're
like,
kind of a beta mono.
that's what I'm
just
saying.
in life.
I was trying to like make a beta male kind of joke,
exactly,
but you know,
yeah. That's what I think I did a better job.
here we are. The execution was sloppy, but
It was sloppy.
So
Just throw
anyways,
that away with your keys.
fuck it, I'm not leaving.
Yay, My landlords are so strict,
Dude,
though,
your
i.e. my
landlords-
parents.
Your landlords are pretty weird. They got like pictures of you on the walls.
I
And
know.
Shit.
It's kind of like a weird, like, you better pay your rent or something's going to happen to these pictures.
So, anyways,
Very
selling.
ominous.
So, like, what year were you born? 96?
Yeah, 96.
96. Man, what a good guess. I'm such a good friend.
You are such a good
I
friend.
know, man. So, anyways, so I was born in 92. Right.
Jesus.
Like a little,
How was the war?
a little older.
Was that Desert Storm going on when you were born?
That was fucking.
Grew up in a metal
the
shortage.
Bay of Pigs, I believe. I don't
Oh.
remember from all the LSD I took. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it happens. So
the-
you were like a dodger.
Yeah.
For the Bay of Pigs invasion.
I was one of the babies on the battlefield. They,
Oh yeah,
it was a special operation.
Dynamite strapped to a baby. You know
They would just chuck them.
they did that in World War II. They strapped dynamite to German shepherds and would
No
just like
way.
have them run in.
That's really fucked
It
up.
was really fucked up.
Maybe that was Lincoln's great grandfather
Probably
from Germany, from Deutschland.
Deutschland.
I don't know, but anyway, so growing up in the '90s, right?
Oh yeah,
I was
as
8.
I did.
I was 8 by the time the '90s ended.
I was 4.
You were 4, so I
Hardly. I was
I-
December '96.
see. I feel like I have a better memory of the '90s than someone of your stature.
No, I'm a '90s kid through and through.
Okay, good.
All that.
All that, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. All that.
All of that.
all that.
I wasn't talking about a show.
No,
I was just
talking about all of
a
it.
group.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yes. Invader Zim.
Was that the '90s?
Actually, that
I
may
thought
be-
it was like
I
early
may-
2000s
may
because
be
I remember
lying.
when that came out. When did Fairly Odd Parents come out?
dude, like
Because-
03.
Was it really
I
03?
feel like it was early.
Because yeah, I remember watching like an episode that I remember being like a fairly recent one when I lived in Mississippi, which was a very, very long
my
time
God.
ago. Like
Mississippi.
I know it was right when I moved to Florida from Mississippi,
Yeah.
because we
Florida?
wanted to escape the racism.
Where'd you live in Florida?
Cape Coral,
Cape
near
Coral.
Fort Myers.
I lived in Fort Myers for like
Did you?
5-6 years of my life.
Wow.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this.
You were my girl next door.
I was. I was the mystery boy.
I don't think we ever talked about this.
I lived in Fort Myers from pre-K to pre-K.
1 year.
I think it was like 3 years.
Is that why you were a freshman in college at 24 because you took pre-K 6
Hey,
times?
Listen, all right, transferring is difficult. But anyway, so being in the 90s, I feel like, you could talk about living in the the era before the digital age.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like that we are prime suspects for capitalism because they can just sell us all this stuff back.
The things that they couldn't make back then. They make basically toys you would have bought back then, and you'll buy it because of nostalgia.
Yes, dude.
Like,
I'm freaking.
You're freaking out.
I bought a $20 Tamagotchi.
$20?
It was $20.
Why did you buy
I'm
that?
a sap. I'm a fool.
Oh my god,
I'm
you
a
make
fucking
horrible
fool.
You make horrible just life decisions. Jesus, $20 on a. You'll probably use that for like
buccarinos.
one more week.
You know what's funny? I actually traded in a game to buy that.
How much cash did you have to pay?
$3.
Oh, so you guys got $17 for a game?
In the end.
What game was it?
It was Tales of Berseria.
Never even heard of that.
It was a Japanese role-playing
Ooh,
game.
desu. It's the only Japanese
Yeah,
word.
I think Baka is like what the
stupid?
Yeah, they're
Senpai?
idiot or something. Ah, senpai.
Ooh, Baka senpai.
Or
Hoi! Hoi! Yamate!
then the fucking god damn it, what the fuck? It's
Filthy Frank.
yes, God. Jesus, I can never remember his fucking name. But yeah.
Was that actually what you were thinking of?
I think so.
Jesus,
It's one of those
I was just saying that to be
old-ass-
stupid.
He used to do one of those old fucking videos. He was like one of the OGs, right?
I mean, he was kind of his own
Him
thing.
and iDubbbz.
He I don't think he met iDubbbz for a while,
Okay.
but he did his own thing for a while. You could not recreate that on YouTube now with
Dude.
the climate that YouTube is in. Like he would have been like demonetized, like strikes like immediately.
Dude, yes. So speaking of which, it's really funny. I saw some YouTubers live yesterday.
Oh yes, who did you see?
I saw the Game Grumps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Grump. I'm not so Grump.
And we're the Game Grumps.
Oh.
We actually
With JonTron?
It was unfortunately not with JonTron,
Oh.
but I do like Dan a whole lot.
Which one's the Jewish one?
Dan.
Dan. Okay.
Daniel Avidan.
Grump Jerusalem.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and it was like it was the Vinyl,
The Vinyl.
the Loft
Oh.
venue in Atlanta, Georgia.
Was it pretty crowded? Or-
It was. It was sold out.
Really?
Yeah.
How many people would you say were there?
I would say about 1,000 people.
Really?
It was
That's cool.
pretty intense.
Think about how much money they made. How much did you pay for tickets?
Dude, so I didn't buy tickets. My girlfriend bought
How
me
much
tickets
did she pay
for my
tickets?
birthday. I
Yes.
think those were like 40 a pop.
40 a pop?
And we were almost at the top row.
Let's say they make half of that. That's $20,000.
Not to mention the merch.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a $30 poster.
What else did you buy from there?
And then I got some enamel pins.
Oh, my God.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh, enamel pins.
Yeah.
I saw you posted something about it, having enamel pins.
Yes.
And you wanted them for your birthday.
Yes, I do.
I'm not going to buy you one.
I want like a dick butt enamel
Oh,
pin.
do they make? I'm sure they make
I'm
those.
sure that they do.
You know what I'm really into? Dungeons and Dragons dice.
Really?
Like, I
Just
follow-
owning them?
Yeah, I mean, I only have 2 sets because I
Okay.
don't spend a lot of money, but I enter a ton
That's
of
good.
Instagram giveaways for them because there's all these like smallish people who make their own like custom ones,
Okay.
and I just really like Instagram giveaways. I've actually won 2.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I
Yeah.
was there for like 2 of them.
Oh yeah,
Like, you're just like, hey, I just got this care package of
Yeah.
all this free
I got
shit.
6 hats that are $30 a piece.
I was like, what the fuck?
It was
Like,
sweet, and my friend got one because I tagged him.
yeah, so I tag people in those Atlanta United posts all the time.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
I
tag a
saw that.
friend.
I just don't like the ones where you have to post something on your story or post on your page.
I'm okay with that. I don't like posting on page.
Okay.
I don't like taking up a square, man.
Yeah,
I'm very frugal.
very frugal with your
Very
squares.
frugal with my
I haven't
squares.
posted on Instagram since like early May, and I've lost. When I check it, I always just see how much. I was about to say subscribers, how many followers I have,
Subscribes.
and I've lost like 12.
You've lost 12 followers?
Yeah, just by not posting
Dude,
often.
I never unfollow people until like every once in a while I will get the app that tells you who's not following you back.
Really?
And
Why don't you just scroll through? I guess you can't tell if you're already following them.
So if I'm already following them, there's no like follows you thing
Yeah.
on Instagram. There is on Twitter. So like if I fucking see you ain't following me on Twitter, get your ass out of here.
Twitter's
You're done.
something I've never really got into. I've tried.
Man.
So if you want to run the ZestyBoyz Twitter account,
Oh, yeah.
feel free to.
Oh yeah, I will just turn it into a fucking shit show.
That's fine.
And get you just thrown in jail or
Just
something
a bunch
worse.
of really like either alt left, alt right, just posts, just really alienates.
It's
view-
really funny because like over the years I've curated my Twitter feed to be nothing but like nerd shit and
Mhm.
like hentai.
Oh.
And it's light
Excellent,
hentai.
light hentai.
Mostly
Lentai.
just like fan art that ends up being incredibly
DeviantArt.
Yeah, it's just like it's
This is Shane the Hedgehog.
they That's my fursona. I fucking so yeah, like fan art, you know what I'm saying? Like I fucking love some fan art. Most
Yeah.
of the time it's usually just like Okay, her boobs aren't that big. Okay,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? But it's fine. But Twitter, it's a fucking beast. It's ridiculous.
Do you have any Maggie Simpson fan art?
Yeah, I'm sure that there is some out there, but it's mostly just fucking anime weeb trash bullshit. So,
as with most things, the weebs ruin it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, the weebs do.
I'm waiting. If we have any like artists or digital designers out there, please give us a Shane and Tony Rule 34,
please,
and upload the link to the comments.
With our combined subscribe powers, we can guarantee
we can reach almost 600 people. You got 266.
Yeah, I do have 266.
Yeah, I keep up with you.
I think I checked today, and I was like, it's gone down.
Has it gone down?
I was at 269.
That was a good number.
I know. I was like, fuck.
And just make a video essay.
I really messed that up.
I'm telling Carter he should start making like you know how they do like Game Grumps animated and stuff like that. He should do Zesty Podcast animated, little like 3-minute, like 1 to 3 minute clips
like
of just
really badly animated,
like,
just like
make people think that it's good because it's like the one funny thing we have every hour,
exactly.
but like animated because then it's like he gets to animate, we get like promotion.
Exactly.
Shane's not involved.
I'm not involved at all. I'm a third party just watching
Zesty
all
Shane,
this.
his future name.
We're building this media empire.
We're building the brand. We're taking over Disney.
We are taking.
What
over
if we
Disney.
just bought Disney? That would be a power move.
It would be.
You think I could
move.
take out a loan to buy Disney?
It'd probably be the biggest dick move of all time.
I would just shut it down.
Yeah, like
Disney is closed.
Disney Plus is now canceled. And
I'd kill myself because of debt.
We're
take out a $16 trillion loan, buy Disney, shut it down, take out 70% of media.
Give all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe rights to DC.
Oh, that would ruin it.
Just ruin it all.
What about Spider-Man being taken out of Marvel?
Oh, that was one of my topics that I wanted to talk about. So we've naturally come into this because I wanted to talk about Disney and how fucked up that place is.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did that, honestly.
Dude.
What was it? They couldn't reach a deal on Spider-Man?
Yes.
And now it's just Spider-Man's basically dead.
So they're like, oh, time to revive Uncle Ben for a 4th time.
Yeah.
So fucking apparently the deal was Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, right? But then Disney and Kevin Feige, I think his name was, he's like the Marvel Cinematic boss.
Okay.
He is like mostly responsible for everything Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He is like the big shot, basically.
The big spider.
And yeah, he's the big Spidey. And I think that they were guaranteed a 5-movie deal with Spider-Man.
Okay.
So that went Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, Homecoming, and Far From Home.
Okay. I thought there was 2 more Spider-Mans like they were going to come out. Or is Far From Home just the last one?
Far From Home was not supposed to be the last one.
Did it leave like a open-ended thing? Is that out?
Yeah, that's
okay.
out. I never saw it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because after Endgame, I was just like, I don't think any superhero.
It's like you literally don't need to watch it anymore.
Yeah, dude,
it's just like, it's like when you finish Dexter season 1. It's like, all right, all the stories
it's
are wrapped
only downhill from here.
I never even watched past it. 'Cause I was like, all right, everything's wrapped up. There's nothing leading me to watch another one.
Yeah, dude,
I'll probably watch another one eventually. But I don't know. No desire to really.
I don't know. But anyway, so Sony and Disney came back to the negotiating table.
Oh yes.
To negotiate
the
a
arena
new deal. And from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are blaming Sony, but I think that the fault, for the most part, lies in Disney.
Really?
Which I believe Disney wanted a bigger cut. And by bigger cut, I mean like majority cut.
99.9% of the money.
And it's like, dude, Sony still owns that IP. They still own that property. So like they've got the negotiating power.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they can just pull him, because they're like, that's like,
you want all the money?
He's
well,
like
you
their
can't have
child,
Spider-Man.
you know?
They're the only thing Sony has going for them cinematically.
Like yeah, absolutely. Like they fucking Sony sucks at making movies.
Yeah.
Like they're good at video games, but that's like it.
And consoles.
Yeah, and consoles. But
do they make consoles?
They do.
They make PS.
Oh, yes. And then Sony was just like, all right, fuck you guys, and then they just
dropped it,
yanked old Spidey out of there. Tom Holland's in England sipping his crumpets and shit. Like,
dude, I bet he's pissed.
What the fuck?
That's gotta suck for Tom Holland.
Dude.
Like, you were like roped in for a long career of making millions of dollars per movie, and now it's just gone.
Yeah, and like
dude,
it's like
I didn't
being
even think about him.
threatened.
Like he was not in the like meetings, I bet, at all.
Probably not. Yeah.
Like he's probably not going to be the Sony one if
party.
Sony makes one. Yeah.
Yeah. He just plays the part.
Andrew Garfield's coming back.
Oh my fucking god! I will end my life. Just fucking.
I want to see Shia LaBeouf do
Shia
Spider-Man.
LaBeouf, an old. It's the Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse. The depressed Peter.
Jesus.
Which I will say is maybe my favorite superhero movie ever made.
Yeah, I never watched it, but I've heard it's very good.
Dude, unbelievable. Seeing it in theaters, I was like,
Post Malone.
nuts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And he was like Kendrick Lamar in Black Panther. Sunflower or something.
I shouldn't sing that because you'll get demonetized.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not monetized to begin with.
That's what I love about being a small YouTuber. You can just say, fuck it.
Yeah, we only
Just do
have
whatever
my
you want.
$100,000 a month from Patreon that
Yeah,
keeps us afloat
exactly.
barely.
Fucking, that's what I like when I'm making my videos now. Like, I really just don't give a fuck about like strikes anymore. Like that one video where I used Aerosmith's Not Gonna Miss a Thing.
Don't want to miss a thing.
Like, I got
that
claimed.
was a really good video.
I got claimed and everything, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm leaving this video up. And they're like, we can't take money from you because you can't even monetize anymore. Like, I used to try to monetize.
Did it give you a strike? Or,
I don't know.
Or it just give you a copyright claim?
It gave me a copyright claim. So
Okay,
I
that's
didn't
not
get a
too bad.
strike, which is good. But
yeah.
whatever. I know. Like, when I actually make videos, I'm like, oh, wow, this is actually pretty good. I should do this more often.
Mm-hmm. You should do
Fucking
it more often.
6
I enjoy
months
all of your videos.
Radio silence. Just like,
This time next week, which will be next Friday, you will see a new video on Shane of the Year YouTube channel. Link in bio.
/Shane of the Year.
Is that your slash now?
Yeah, that's my.
You switched it from Shark Pool
my
Gaming?
URL. I made sure to grab that shit before I made the actual switch.
Mhm.
So like, if I can't get the URL, like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that was like the main reason I was like wanting to hit 100 so I could do /ZestyBoyz
Oh, yeah.
because
Being able to like whip out that URL whenever you want is just like.
when I like Twitch streamed for a brief period, like it was at youtube.com/ABZ =::, and it was like, yeah, no one's gonna
terrible.
click that.
Yeah, you gotta get the URL.
Oh yes,
That's how you pimp that shit out. YouTube.com/Shane of the Year.
and we are pimped out now.
It's really funny because your Twitter name or Instagram name is Tony of the Shire.
It is.
And I'm Shane of the Year.
I remember when we first discovered that, you thought that mine was Tony of the Year.
I know. I was like, dude, what? I was like, you're like, no, that's my last name.
No, it's my
Fucking
last name.
idiot.
Sorry, I
Goddamn
hate it.
bastard.
I hate it. I'm
Shire?
sorry. Shire.
It's Irish, right?
No, German
England?
actually.
Oh.
Like Bavarian.
fucking white
From
people,
the
dude.
Shiren province.
From the Shiren.
Exactly.
You know where I'm from?
Detroit.
I fucking wish, dude. Wouldn't that be sweet? Just like, yo, I'm from
No.
Detroit.
Living in
Fucking-
Detroit
I've
sounds
gotten
terrible.
shot like 5 times. or I've just gone to elementary school. I don't know. One of the two.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, the Walters clan, very English.
Yeah, Walter sounds like an
Very
English.
English. The son of Walter is what it means.
Walters.
Terrible name.
Son of Walter. That's
know-
like Mick means son of in like Irish and Scottish. Like McGinty means son of Ginty.
Oh, McGinty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And McMahon means son of man. Yeah.
Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon.
Here comes the money.
And I
Here
believe
comes the money.
and like in Russian, Vich or Vic means son of. So Gleb, his last name is Mitskyevich.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. And so he is son of Mitsky.
That's
Which I think kind of
smooth.
transitions to Michael in a way. I don't know. Mitsky.
Like rolls off the tongue.
Mitskevich.
It's very sensual.
Gleb does not.
No, Gleb is terrible.
Yep.
That is.
If you're listening, Gleb, you're bad at Pokemon and your name's terrible.
You are bad at Pokemon. I will admit that.
And that is all the time we have for this episode of the Zesty Podcast. We thank you for joining us. I am Tony Shire.
Hi, I'm Shane.
Bye. Bye.